Today I want to go over 5 important questions that you should ask whenever you attend an open house. Let's go. So the first question I would ask would be, why are the sellers selling? If you understand what's going on with the seller, it could help you create a more convincing offer and structure it correctly. I have 2 examples. If you come into the open house and there's furniture everywhere and the family is still living in the home, they might need a lease back after the closing. So that would be something you may want to offer when you submit an offer to purchase. Another example would be if the agent were to say, oh, they're looking in other states, they really haven't found something, they're not in a hurry to sell. That might be an indication that they won't take much lower off of asking price. So it gives you some insight to structure an offer a little more competitively. Question number 2 would be, do you have the seller's disclosure available for me to see? Or do you have any inspections that the seller has received over the past couple of years? Hopefully they have those on hand. Even better, hopefully they hung them on the MLS so that you come into the home already with this knowledge. But if not, take time to look it over, because there's some things that hide behind walls and under floors that you may not see. It may give you the age of the roof or any problems that they may have had to correct earlier that you can't see with your naked eye. Okay, the third question would be, what have comparable homes sold for in this neighborhood? Now, I work in Lago Vista on the north side of Lake Travis, and it's very, very eclectic. There really are not 2 homes that are similar. So if you're in an area like that, you may just want to ask, like 3-bedroom, 2-bath houses or homes on the golf course. What are they selling for? Get an idea of what that realtor thinks, because that realtor is probably telling her sellers those same numbers, and that's what the sellers are going to expect. Now, if you're in a master plan community, it's a lot easier to get those numbers because they've got, cookie cutter homes. Many of them are very, very similar, and they sell for about the same amount. Okay, the 4th question to ask is, what does the offer situation look like? Do you have a deadline? Is there anything that the sellers are really particularly looking for? Like, do they need to move out by a certain date? Or do they need that lease back that we talked about? Would they be willing to leave some of the furniture? Things like that. And finally, the last question that we're going to talk about in this video is asking about the area, the neighborhood. Not so much crime and the demographics of who lives here. Agents aren't really supposed to talk about that. That's something you're supposed to find out on your own with your buyer agent. However, how close is the nearest boat ramp? Or what are the schools like? Where's the nearest grocery store? Can you tell me a little bit about the neighborhood? And then when you're finished, you could even drive around to those places and see them for yourself. And there you have it, you guys. Those are the 5 questions that I would ask if I were going to go tour open houses. Now, when you work with us at the Emily Diekman Real Estate Team, we have lots more questions to ask so that we can write the strongest, best offer on your behalf. I look forward to working with you, and stay tuned for the next buyer video.